Hello class. This video is going to focus on simplifying fractions. The goal of this video is I can reduce fractions so that they are in lowest terms. You want to open your packet to page 11 and take notes. So the first step in reducing fractions is going to be identify the factors of both the numerator and denominator. And then you want to use the GCF, which is the greatest common factor, between the two numbers. And you're going to divide the numerator and the denominator of the fraction by the GCF. Now, I also provided a multiplication chart on the back of your packet. You can also use your multiplication chart to find out the numbers that both the numerator and denominator have in common. So we're going to do 4 over 12. So we want to identify the factors of 4 and the factors of 12. So 4, it would be 1, 2, and 4. And then for 12, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And then the greatest common factor between those two numbers is the biggest number they have in common. So they both have a 4 in common. So we're going to divide by 4, both the top and the bottom. And then 4 divided by 4 gives us 1. On the bottom, 12 divided by 4 gives us 3. So it'd be 1. So the answer is going to be 1/3. And we're going to do the same thing for the rest of the problems. So you can identify the GCF or look at your multiplication chart and then divide by the biggest number. So for 3 over 9, so the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. Factors of 9 are 1, 3, 9. So the biggest number they have in common is 3. So we're going to divide by 3 on the top and the bottom. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. So 1/3 is our answer. Okay, I'm not going to show me writing out all the factors anymore, but it would work the same way. I am just going to start by dividing by the greatest common factor. So in this case, it's going to be 2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. 8 divided by 2 is 4. So our answer is 1/4. Okay, 5 over 20. We're going to divide each by 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. 20 divided by 5 is 4. So we get 1/4. Number 4, 8 divided by 16. So the greatest common factor is 8. And then we get 8 divided by 8 is 1. And 16 divided by 8 is 2. And then 4 over 18. Greatest common factor for this one is going to be 2. So we get 4 divided by 2 is 2. 18 divided by 2 is 9. Number 6, 12 over 20. So for this one, the GCF is going to be 4. And once you get used to these, it's easy to identify what the GCF is if you know your multiplication tables. So 12 divided by 4 is 3. And 20 divided by 4 is 5. So 3/5. Okay, number 7, we've got 20 over 30. So this one, I'm going to have to think a little bit. I think the GCF is going to be 5. And the good thing is, even if you don't find the highest factor they have in common, if you do find a factor, you can always divide again in order to reduce even more. So let's see. 20 divided by 5 is 4. 30 divided by 5 is 6. Okay, so that means there was a bigger number I could have taken out of both of them, and that's okay. So we're just going to divide again. So this time I'm going to divide by 2, and 4 divided by 2 is 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. So we get 2/3. Okay, number 8, 2 over 14. So I'm going to start by dividing by 2. 2 divided by 2 gives me 1. 14 divided by 2 gives me 7. So 1/7. Okay, 28 and 50. So I'm going to start with just dividing each by 2 and seeing where that leads me. When in doubt, if they're both even numbers, you can always divide by 2. So 28 divided by 2 is going to give me 14. And then on the bottom, 50 divided by 2 gives me 25. And that is as low as I can go. There's not a number that goes into both 14 and 25. So 14 over 25. Last one, 9 over 21. So I want you to pause this really quick and try this on your own, and then unpause it to get the answer. Okay, so 9 over 21, we're going to divide by 3. 9 divided by 3 gives me 3. And 21 divided by 3 gives me 7. So 3 over 7. Okay, that's the end of this video. Remember, you have to get at least a 75% on the video quiz in order to move on to the practice.